Hi everyone, this is Rose from Little Miss Rose and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'll be setting up my bullet journal for January 2021. First off, I'll just take you through a quick flip through of my new bullet journal setup. Now if you haven't seen this video before, you can check it out in my channel. I'll link it down below and you can see exactly how I set up the first pages in my new Archer Olive Neapolitan notebook. Sorry, this January video is a little bit late. It's summer in New Zealand and I'm currently at the tail end of my summer holidays. So we've had 3 weeks off. Now I've spent the past 3 weeks literally just relaxing and spending time with my family. So I haven't actually focused on editing this video for you. I did actually film it before January so that I had my pages ready for the month. Not that I'm using the pages that much at the moment because, as I said, we are on holiday and I don't have that many tasks and stuff to write down. I am still using my habit trackers that I've created and my meal log, as you'll see soon. So as you can see, my pages have changed from white to Kraft because I've got a Neapolitan journal from Archer Olive. So this journal has 3 types of paper in it: white paper, Kraft paper and black paper. So you get the best of all 3 worlds. I really like the idea of this notebook because I'm pretty sure if I had one notebook with only Kraft paper or black paper as my bullet journal, I would get really sick of it really fast. I always like going back to the white pages. So if you want to try out Kraft or black but you don't want to buy a full journal in either of those, then the Neapolitan is a great journal to try out. And I'll also link this down below. If you want to, you can use my affiliate code, which is Rose10. You'll get a 10% discount on all the purchases from Archer Olive. So here I'm following through from my theme of my setup, and because it transitions to the Kraft paper, I've switched my coloured pens to black, and I have a loose theme for January, which is just lettering, lots of bold lettering. This year I really want to focus on improving my hand lettering and typography, so I think this theme will really help me with that. For my monthly log, I'm sticking with the tried and true calendar layout. For the heading, I've just used a black acrylograph pen which comes from the primary pack, and I've just done a simple script header, and I've thickened up the lines and made sure that my down strokes are thicker than my up strokes so that I get a sort of a faux calligraphy going on there. As you can see, I overdrew some of my boxes, so I've got extra lines that I don't need, and just to fix this mistake, because I can't use twink whiteout or correction tape, I've just cut a piece of Kraft paper which I've taken from a notepad that I have, and I've just glued that down. It's not a perfect fix, but it does hide it. I've also used a Faber-Castell grey brush pen just to add a bit of a drop shadow. It gives the boxes and the lettering a bit of depth. You may have noticed that recently I've started using a lot more Archer Olive products, and that's because I've become a member of their Brand Delight team. So I'll be showcasing a lot more of their products from now on. With that job, I have an affiliate code which is Rose10, which you guys are welcome to use to get 10% discount. I do get a small commission on that, but there's no pressure on you guys to use it at all. Although, as you can see, I still like to use my usual favourite tools, which are the Staedtler pigment liner, Also, I love the Kelly Creates fine liners as well. So for my current page, I'm creating a habit tracker, and I'm just going to have this all on one page this month. I'm going to track the usual habits that I always track, and at the top of the page, just doing some hand lettering, using a fine liner, doing some block letters, filling in with the fine liner, and shading using a stippling effect, which is lots of tiny dots. I'm just going to fill in the squares that don't correspond to dates with my fine liner, and then on top of that, for my headings, I'm using a white acrylograph pen with a small 0.7mm tip. On the opposite page, I'm just going to do a quote page for no other reason than I felt like it, and as I said, to practice some of my hand lettering. Here I'm just doing some simple block letters, and I will fill these in with my pigment liner as well, and also some more of the stippling. You can see I've got a black notebook laid next to my current notebook, and I'm just using that so that I can rest my wrist on it, since the notebook that I'm using is new, so it's quite thick and I don't have anywhere to rest my wrist. Like if I use the table, my writing and my lettering gets all wonky, so I've just used the spare notebook here. So apologies if you hear weird noises in the background. It's my kids playing. Can't quite get them to shut up. They've had enough TV for today, so they're running around the house at the moment. Anyway, so for this word I'm using the black acrylograph pen again. As you can see, it's a lot darker than the pigment fine liner, and that's because it's a paint pen, and I love how dark it is, but because it's quite fat, it's quite hard to get accurate lines in there. That's why I haven't used it for a lot of my lettering. And so over the page, this is something new for me, and it's something that I've decided I want to do every single month this year, and that is a currently page. So here on this page I'll have a list of things that I'm currently reading, watching, listening to, what else? Eating, wearing, feeling, loving, planning, and a couple more. So hopefully I'll stick with that all year and be a good snapshot of what I'm doing each month. Now, if you are curious about any of the tools, pens, notebook, rulers, erasers, whatever, I will be listing them in the description below. top of the page is my trusty meal log. This is going to be a lot more important for me this year. This year I am actually going to try and lose weight. I know I say that at the start of every single year, and every single year I seem to get nowhere, but this year I think I've just gained way too much. I'm uncomfortable in my own skin, so I'm really going to make an effort. Last year, at the start of the year, I was actually doing really well until COVID hit and we had lockdown for like 6 weeks, and all I did was stay inside and bake, ate lots of scones, cake, and basically did nothing except for play Animal Crossing and eat. So that wasn't helpful. This year, it's going to be different. So if you're enjoying this video, make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment in the comments below, let me know what you think of this video so far, and make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button so that you get notified of all my future videos. And I will have my February setup uploaded very soon. So my final 2 pages for the month. The first one will be my usual spending log, which I'll track all of my spending, personal and for my business. And again, this is just another simple script heading, which I'll thicken up using the black acrylograph pen, and after that I'm going to do an outline with the white acrylograph pen. And then just to add an extra something to the heading, I will do a bit of stippling in the shape of a cloud. Now if you're going to attempt stippling, make sure that you have plenty of time to do it, because it is very time consuming, and make sure you only have a small space that you plan on stippling, because it does get very tedious and your hand will get really sore by the end of it. But I do love the effect that it gives to my pages. On the right hand side, I'm just going to do a wee floral drawing, and this is a drawing of a carnation, which is actually the flower for the month of January. And a bit of handwriting at the bottom saying new beginnings to lead us into the month of January, the start of the year.